Hey, welcome to this tutorial on Smuggle. Smuggle, which I will call AS for short, is in the current any percent routes made up of two steps in increasing difficulty. Getting Culling Storage on your bow in the Room of Awakening, then triggering Dpad lock next to the like in Botomless cave. For this reason, and because we need Ultra Hand rune first to set up AS, we start at the very end of GSI after finishing the recall shrine. Culling Storage is a state of your bow that you need to carry all the way from the Room of Awakening to Bottomless Cave for the trick to work. If you drop the bow outside of the recall cave, then bring it inside with Ultra Hand and down into this tunnel. Bringing the bow all the way up against the ceiling and dropping it down will cause it to disappear either for a few frames or until you go past a certain point near the entrance of the tunnel, then come back. This is the culling property of the bow being recognized as outside from the cave's perspective. Note that outside depends on Link's position only, not the bow's. It is enough that you dropped the bow outside of the cave for it to work, as long as you stand in the right spot for it to call. When you catch the bow before it calls, you get Culling Storage successfully. You can then bring it to Bottomless Cave to continue the trick. So here's a hand cam of me performing Culling Storage. As you can see, I'm using my right index finger in order to press ZR to cancel Ultra Hand. I'm pressing ZR in quick succession with forward, then A almost at the same time in order to grab the bow as quickly as possible. You can also get Culling Storage by standing outside of the culling limits of the tunnel. That is, starting from the first fungus after the left turn, then bringing the bow inside the zone in which it will call, recall it without cancelling Ultra Hand, then go inside the zone and grab it. If you don't see the bow on your back after hearing the grab sound, this means you get Smuggle instead of Culling Storage. This is what happens in the well in the old version of this trick. You can go it outside and drop it and start again. Regarding the place in which you're allowed to drop your bow, here's a clip by Ergil on the TOTK Discord showing the furthest point you can drop it in to perform Culling Storage. I do recommend to drop it past the black line on the ground near the wing though. You can check that you've successfully managed to get Culling Storage if when you drop your bow it turns invisible. By doing that you lose Culling Storage though, so you need to do the trick again. After getting Culling Storage, ascend and go towards the like. Culling Storage is a weak state that is not preserved by warping, loading a save or dying. You need to get there by feet or a wing. Go to the right side of the island, get on a wing, then dive approximately after passing the Ascent Shrine. And full damage cancel on the ice wall. Go inside to outrun the cold because you'll need 2¼ hearts at least. And also make sure you unequip everything except the bow. When the like eats you, it's going to remove Dpad lock by stealing your bow. You don't want it to be a 50-50 between your bow and your shield, for example. When you enter the cave, orient your camera so you can press ZL without targeting the like. This is done so that you look exactly away from the camera. Open your menu, drop your equip bow, then hold back on your left stick. What follows is the hard part. You'll want to press B, then wait a few frames so that you actually can catch the bow, but not too early, or else it will fail. Then press A to catch it, and plus immediately afterwards. After you press B, the bow will drop from your inventory and start a timer before it becomes invisible, or calls. This is why, even after catching it, you'll need to open menu as soon as possible, because it can call on your back even. After opening up menu a second time, drop it again, then equip the other bow, close menu. You should be D-pad locked, meaning if you mash any D-pad button, it won't do anything. If, however, pressing D-pad opens the quick menu, it means you've failed somewhere in the execution of the setup. If you're successfully D-pad locked, stand near the like and get eaten by it. After it spits you out, unequip your bow, pick up the one lying on the ground, and if it sticks to your feet, you have correctly completed the setup for arrow smuggle. The bow will stay in your feet until you warp away. So make sure not to mash A if you plan on getting the ruby near Bottomless Cave before warping to Ultra Hand. Here's a handcam clip of me doing the like room so you can get a feel of the rhythm needed to do the B, A, and plus input. There's probably many YouTube videos covering AS Flight as a whole, but I'm gonna try to explain it in a quick way for you to get the gist of it. So basically you want to be in the air and hold ZL, ZR, and basically tap Y, then repress ZR every time you want to do another cycle of AS Flight. How full damage cancel works for AS Flight is when you reach the ground, you want to press ZR one last time and not hold it anymore, then press Y and press R afterwards. You will start to dive and reach the ground safely. If you have any arrows, you'll notice that you AS Flight while entering bullet time every time you press ZR. This is not a problem though, because you can just run out of stamina in order to do normal AS Flight. Full damage cancel works basically the same with arrows. The only thing that differs is it's easier to do because you'll enter bullet time and have more time to gauge how close to the ground you are. Okay, I hope you understood everything well, and don't forget to comment your thoughts, and thank you for watching, and bye.